It is a wonderful privilege to be able to share with you once more. I am the Reverend Dr. William L. Johnson III. I am a chaplain here at Christian Hospital Northeast, and I am excited about the message I have for you today. And so I'm going to jump right on in. And as always, we give some preamble to let you know that we are glad to offer these words of hopefully inspiration and encouragement, but we also hope that they carry you and they inspire you to share these messages and words with other people, not for our sake, but for theirs. There are people who are in the in-between places of life, and they really need a message of hope, a message of encouragement, a message of peace, even a message that challenges them on their daily walk. And so here we are. We want to share with you what we believe is important for our journey as we do it together. Today's message is entitled simply, Wait. Wait. I thought about how to share this message with you as we are in this crazy time that everyone feels the pressure of life to do something about the circumstances around us. We are called upon by our families, we're called upon by our friends, we're called upon by our careers, those we work with. We even push and drive ourselves to do something about the circumstances around us, to reach for our goals, to achieve something. We are coming out almost of a cocoon, if you will, and really feeling the need to do something with our lives. As much as we've been through, as much as we've been able to experience during the last couple of years, we have found ourselves not trying to take for granted that life would always be here, but to get ready and get engaged to do something and to be energized to embrace the life and that we have. However, this morning's exhortation with an exclamation point is to wait. Wait. Well, what do you mean? What do I mean by sharing this message, encouraging us to wait? Well, here's what I mean. What I have learned is that to wait is more than to sit still, as we know, or to hold in place, or to not move or take action as we have thought it means, to stand where you are or to stay in what you're doing. But today's message, I want to offer you this in a form. I want to make sure that we are aware that no matter what we're doing, however we're doing it, we are to take some time and wait. The 27th Psalm in the Bible and the 14th verse gives us these words from the psalmist. And it is one of my favorite Psalms, one of my favorite spiritual passages. And it says, wait on the Lord, be of good courage, and God, he shall strengthen thine heart. Wait, the psalmist says, comma, I say on the Lord, exclamation point. Wait. But to wait without purpose, without an idea that someone is coming to see you, or there's going to be an open door, or that something is about to happen, challenges us to get anxious about our lives. It challenges us to not trust that things are going to change unless we change it, to trust that even it challenges us to trust that whether or not our goals are going to be reached, it depends on us, on how much we engage it. And so we often have found ourselves on that roller coaster of life, climbing up the hill, working and battling, trying to get where we're destined to go, and to almost grasp it only to discover that somehow, something, some occurrence, some change knocks us off of our square, and we find ourselves right back in the same place again, whether in relationships, whether in career, whether in our families, whether in our own life, our personal goals. We find ourselves a little bit off center, and we discover we have to start all over again. That can be overwhelming. And we might find ourselves in the place, like Dr. Seuss calls it, the waiting place. The place that we didn't ask for, the place that we didn't, decide on, but to be in the waiting place altogether. Dr. Seuss writes these words in his book, Oh, the Places You Will Go. And this is a short excerpt of it. It says, Dr. Seuss writes and says, waiting for a train to go or a bus to come or a plane to go or the mail to come or the rain to go or the phone to ring or the snow to snow, or waiting around for a yes or no, or waiting for their hair to grow. Everyone is just waiting. Waiting for the fish to bite, or waiting for the wind to fly a kite, or waiting around for Friday night, or waiting perhaps for Uncle Jake, or a pot to boil, or a better break, or a string of pearls, or a pair of pants, or a wig with curls, or another chance. Everyone is just waiting. Well, I'm not talking about that place. I'm not talking about the waiting place, or just waiting, or being in that place where we're not quite sure how to be or what to do. We don't know when the break is going to come. I'm not talking about that waiting, but I'm talking more about the waiting that the psalmist is talking about. Waiting for the Lord and being of good courage. In other words, knowing that what our waiting has in store for us is for our betterment, not for that which would be to our demise. Not that we would miss our chance, but we are in the place waiting, knowing that the chance is coming. So I think of waiting in three ways. We can wait with, we can wait for, or we can wait on each other and on God. We can wait with God. We can wait for God. We can wait. We can wait on God. We can wait with each other. We can wait for each other. We can wait on each other. Yeah, I love that concept, because sometimes when we're waiting with people, it is so that we might be able to bond with each other as we keep each other company. Life can be such a drudgery that it is impossible to make it through the waiting places, or to go through the difficult moments, or to shed tears, or to find ourselves trying to overcome difficulty alone, or to watch others overcome difficulty alone. So we wait with each other. It means that we are not alone as we are going through the challenges and the seasons of life. We wait with each other. Can I wait with you? I'll wait with you. I'll talk with you. I'll walk with you. I'll journey with you while you're going through the waiting of your life. The door is going to open, but it makes it feel so much better when someone is with you when it does, or until it does. It means that we find ourselves waiting with each other, talking with each other, keeping company with each other. Some of us have found ourselves the most alone in our lives, and the most frustrated in our lives, rather, because we've had to go through what we've gone through alone. I want you to know you're not alone. So wait, but wait with someone. Find others who are going through the place where they're going through the valley of grief and bereavement, but it feels so much better to be able to join with others who are in that same place, who know how to coach us through the emotions we are going on. Those who are in AA or NA, they are waiting for themselves to be rid of that addiction and to get beyond or get past what it is, how it has impacted their lives, rather. But it is important to do that with someone. Yes. So I want to encourage you, if you're going to wait, wait with. But also, if you're going to wait, I want to encourage you that it's okay to wait for. Yeah. In other words, sometimes our souls have to show up, and sometimes others are not at the place where we are, or we're not at the place where they are. But it's always good to know that no matter how you struggle through life, someone is waiting for you. Many years ago, as I served as a young pastor in North Carolina, I had to journey in a difficult time to try to go to a conference. I didn't have a lot of resources, all the things that people would think that you would need and want. I didn't have all those things. But I remembered staying and living for a few days, being hosted by some wonderful people who opened their doors, and they waited for me to make my long journey from one place to another with the light on and a warm meal. It's good to have someone waiting for you. And if you know what that's like, to not have anyone waiting for you when you come home, or not have someone waiting for you at the end of a journey, or not have someone waiting for you as you are trying to accomplish some goal, go to school, graduate, try to raise the bar on your life, try to be a parent and raise your children. It's good to know that someone is waiting for you. And in order to really appreciate that, it's good to wait for others as well. Everyone's not going to be where we are. Everyone's not going to be able to understand all that we understand. No, everyone is not going to be where we are emotionally, mentally, intellectually, or physically. But it's important, in order to be with people, you have to wait for them. So I'll wait for you. I know it's been a long journey and you're tired and the steps are long, but I'll wait for you. It's good to know that God waits for us. God waits with us, as the psalmist shares us. Wait on the Lord, he says. But I think he's saying God waits with us. God waits for us. I don't have it all together, God, to get today. I don't have my act together today. Some days I feel like I got it together. Some days I do not. But some days it's good to know, most days to know, that someone is waiting for me. Yeah. I don't know who that helps today, but I want to encourage you that it's good to know that the one who created you is waiting with you and waiting for you, for the change in your life, or the change in your environment, or the change in your circumstance, waiting with and waiting for. But finally, I do want to encourage us with this word, waiting on, waiting on. To wait on almost infers service. Can I wait on you? Not wait, simply wait with you, not simply wait for you, but to wait on you. The psalmist says, wait on the Lord and be of good courage, and he will strengthen your heart. Wait, I say, on the Lord. What does it mean to wait on God? It means to serve God, or to serve each other, or to serve what God would desire for us to do for each other with passion and joy and peace. I can't tell you how many people that I've come in contact with lately, post-pandemic, who have been simply burned out. They are crispy. I mean, they want to be better, but they don't know how. They want to have patience, but they don't know how. They want to be compassionate, but they don't know how, because they have had to tough it out over these last few years, and they are at their minimum with grace and extra to offer to anyone else. And that is why it is important to be careful to wait on people. Wait on them. To wait on God for the change and the transformation, and to watch God give back to us and strengthen our hearts because we waited on the source of our strength. It is important to know that we're not alone, and no matter how lonely we may feel, but to be waited on. I don't know if you've been waited on lately, but it is a wonderful thing for someone to take care and to make sure that they look after all of your interests, because you are the focus of their attention. To give God the focus of our attention, to give each other the focus of our attention, is what it means to be able to wait on someone. And I'm convinced if you wait on, you'll be waited on. That there is a reciprocal factor in our lives. The law of reciprocity is in effect in the world and in our worlds when we find ways to wait on people, to wait on them, just to be kind, just to be loving, just to be good. I don't know about you, but this message blessed me. Wait. So I'm learning how to wait. And I am doing it in a way that Dr. Seuss's words, even though it describes some of the places I've been in my life, is not the end result. And the next lines from that book says, but not you. You won't be waiting for anything. You're on your way. And what I want to say to you, be encouraged. While you're waiting, God is waiting too. And God waits with you, God waits for you, and God waits on you. And God doesn't require of us any more than God will give. In fact, we learn how to wait with, we learn how to wait for, and we learn how to wait on because we have been the recipients of such grace and kindness. Well, that's the message today. I encourage you today because you're special. And I want you to know that you're loved, you're appreciated, and you're irreplaceable. And because of such, I'll wait for you. I'll wait with you, and I'll wait on you. Can you do that for someone else today and this week? Thanks so much. Have a great week and enjoy the blessing of this day. Wait, the best is yet to come. Have a good one. Bye-bye.